multi-exclusive dimensional being card with another exclusive. Today's video is going to be about Sun and Libra, which is we'll be relaying our ways, which is the moon in Sagittarius, which is expansion, growth, and faith. So when the moon is in Sagittarius, you're going to feel the need to basically be in safety, comfort with your emotions as far as in search for something or for answers or basically change. Now, when the moon was in Scorpio, you need to put depth and transformation towards changes. So if you're pretty much gonna be able to move to Sagittarius, you got to go through transformation purpose as far as death, rebirth, and regeneration when we're talking about leaving Scorpio and going to motherfucking Sagittarius. Because if you don't transform that in your life, you're going to basically die with a whole lot of blood on your hands, and you ain't going to be able to basically transform. You're going to go through Jupiter. You're going to bounce through Jupiter and bounce right back to Earth because you basically holding too much in. So let's get into these energies. So you already know what that means. So of course, when the moon is in Sagittarius, you might be having issues with your legs. You might have Charlie yaks with your legs. You might have back issues, and you might have thigh issues during this time. Try not to get no surgery or anything like that, feel me? And there's rituals and spells and healing energies that you can equip to make sure you won't have to go through this too. And of course, everything ain't really dealing with health. You could just be a lazy motherfucker, and basically being that you're so lazy, these body aches can start taking shape and form into your life because you're not being active. Jupiter is basically expansion and growth. The universe like to expand and grow. So if you stand in one spot and not moving, then you're going to experience some kind of stiffness and shit. Because remember, when you start to become stiff, that's when the moon goes into Capricorn, which is too serious. But let's get into these energies. Sun squared Saturn. So we're going to learn how to relate our actions through society. And of course, there may be a whole lot of restrictions and shit. But if you give up now, you ain't going to ever have shit in life. You're going to be weak. You're going to be soft. The universe can't use you. Sun squared Pluto. Learn how to relate deeply with others, and try not to get into the process of being manipulated during the time, because you may be being manipulated through that damn TV. Turn that shit off and get right with yourself. Sun opposing Mars. So this could be conflicts, actions and shit, and basically impulsive actions and shit. Be aware of the riots. It might start being riots during this time too and shit. Or you may be too impulsive. You may be taking risks as far as money matters, but that cash about to basically be destroyed. So you gotta find ways to get money. But you're rich already, in case you didn't know that shit. Sun squared Jupiter. Learn how to it's learning through experiences and shit. Try not to take risks during this time and shit. You may risk it all during this time. Feel me? You may quit your job because you feel free, but as long as you feel free to do that. Feel me? There ain't nothing wrong with quitting your job as long as you situated. That's what you need to basically be focused on. So, Moon trine Chiron. So this is basically a gift to heal other people, being that you went through many pains and many corruptions on your life. So you may have the gift to heal people and shit. Might open up your own hospital in your own house. For me, believe in yourself. For me. Also, Moon trine Chiron. Moon square Venus. So basically, this is learn how to this is find an emotional learning process as far as not being too open during this time. But of course, people are going to feel the need to basically utilize the 6 feet conference. But of course, these people are just programmed and shit. So when the army do inflict that vaccine on your ass, don't be telling me to come help your ass because you told me 6 feet. Remember that shit. So the way we love and react to love may be kind of like impulsive during this time. Moon trine Mars. So this corporation with emotion and action. So you're going to feel the need to get things done home today. Feel me? Because Moon is in Jupiter. So you're going to expand through experiences. You're going to start to see these experiences start to go your way. You might basically achieve a milestone today. So keep in mind, do your rituals and spells. You never know when this shit going to hit the fan. We got Moon squared Neptune. So this deep emotional suffering. Try to find balance. Feel me? Try not to get too lost into the world. Everybody is going through their own transformational purpose. You don't need to be picking up people's baggages during this time. So basically, watch out for that. Mercury opposing Uranus. So basically, as you can see, Trump was bashing Biden. And of course, they're going to start enrolling the vaccines on your ass. So you're going to take the mark of the beast, Or you're gonna fight for your rebellious natures, fight for independence, and fight for ways to basically for freedom. There's a whole lot of dark shit going on. When that Mercury and Scorpio retrograde, you're gonna see a whole lot of dark shit going on too, a whole lot of transformational purposes. So make sure you on your shit and make sure your ass ain't lacking in the spiritual realm, in this world, and all other realms that you basically travel through. Make sure you keep your dream journal and jot everything down. Sun conjunct Mercury. So this is basically having relatabiliness ways to communicate and find fixed ways to basically communicate in our own deep desires. We're going to be investigating a whole lot of things, whether with people or by ourselves during this time. Venus trine Jupiter. So this is adapting to new social fashion. You may feel the need to come up with your own fashion clothing during this time. Take that opportunity and chance. The fucking space, the art, the energy is out there. For me, keep working hard no matter what. Believe in your shit. Stop having doubt in yourself. Believe in yourself. Venus opposing Neptune. So basically, as you can see, the stimulus checks ain't basically coming to your fulfillment. Unemployment coming to your fulfillment. Because they about to get rid of that shit now. They was just using y'all as puppets, as motherfucking zombies. Because they're vampires and they're drinking your blood and using you. So just to get your ass a vote. When vote don't got shit to do with you. Venus trine Pluto. So basically, you're going to be analyzing deep connections, or basically finding ways to get deep with your relationships, or deep with a person, place, a thing, or deep with yourself during this time. Be aware of deceitfulness too. Also, we got Venus trine Saturn. So there's opportunity to analyze responsibilities during this time. So you're going to be very responsible and very wise on how you basically put yourself out there, because they're going to start soon closing businesses again. So, of course, if you ain't working together, how we going to build together? Feel me? That 6 feet shit ain't going to work. Also, we got Mars square Jupiter. So learn how to have self-control with your actions during this time. Try not to be too open or too out there and shit. Mars square Pluto. This is learning how to direct our actions and doing it the right way instead of going out there protesting and shit. Because remember, when you protest that Black Lives Matter bullshit, you're giving power to the government. And you're giving all your power to the government. Because remember, they gave you race, they gave you religion, they gave you Bible, they gave you motherfucking Social Security, they gave you all that shit. Don't forget that shit. Come up with your own shit. Create your own shit. Create your own system. Create your own spiritual spectrum. And basically, you won't have to worry about this shit. You're very fucking smart. Watch who you give your motherfucking power to. Also, we got motherfucking Mars. I'm bugging. Jupiter sextile Neptune. So this passionate spirituality, you may be throwing your spiritual endeavors on other people to basically wake up during this time, which is great. But if they ain't ready to wake up, let their ass be reincarnated. We not in the age of Pisces no more. We in the age of Aquarius. Get with it. That fucking Jesus Christ figure ain't coming to save your ass. Jesus is the sun. Jesus walked on the water. Basically, the sun rose above rotated around the water. Remember that shit. Also, we got motherfucking Jupiter conjunct Pluto. So basically, this is changes throughout the world. So of course, this is a new world now. This ain't no more going back to normal. It's just technology taking the fuck over. So you either gonna get with the program or get lost. Find ways to basically have establishments during this time and be more mutable with your spirituality, bringing your spirituality down into existence. Jupiter conjunct Saturn. So it's basically create our own. This is basically be taking responsibilities of creating your own shit or relying on the government. But you're going to have to get that vaccine. You got to think. Also, we got motherfucking Jupiter conjunct Pluto. I mean, it's basically changes in the world. We're not going back to the old world. And of course, Jupiter conjunct Saturn is basically, you going to get that vaccine or you going to create your own shit, basically. All right, now we about to get into the signs. So when Jupiter is in Aries, you're going to find luck, more fortune, good fortune, and abundance your way, the way you self-express yourself, dealing with energy, egotistic matters, and basically learning how to have patience during this time. Because patience pays over progress. I mean, you can start a project, but it's going to take time for that water to grow. So have no impulsive natures and shit. Let it grow. When the full moon comes, you're going to start to see growth through that. And if you got a moon in Aries, people are going to be feeling the need to basically express that out at you. Taurus, You're going to basically find luck and abundance dealing with values, valuing your own values. Be open to changes, though, or you're going to fall short. Because remember, Taurus don't like changes. And they very, very, very stubborn when it comes to that because they're a fixed sign. But Jupiter always going to bring you abundance. Jupiter always going to bring you growth. But you got to find change in your way. You got to switch things up, for me. And if you got a moon in Taurus, you're going to be receiving this energy. When we got Gemini, intellect, communication, intelligence, and cleverness, and being more sociable and more open. Basically, try not to put yourself into many projects and shit. Jupiter is a fast-moving planet, and Mercury is a fast-thinking planet. So basically, this is both mutable, but the only perception is Jupiter is the fires and the seers. Mercury is the thinkers and the communicators. So basically, try to find balance during this time. Try not to get into too many projects and shit. Or try not to be too open and shit. But be open, but not too open, though. If you got a moon in Gemini, you're going to be receiving openness from other people, places, and things, expressing this to you. Now, when we talk in Cancer, you're going to find good fortune and private home matters, dealing with your 4th house. And when we talk about that, you're going to find good natures dealing with charity, dealing with nurturing, and basically being yourself and having more sympathy. You know, Jupiter is actually exalted in Cancer, but that's just the planet spectrum. But when we talk about the signs, it may be a little chaotic during the sign, because, you know, the masculine sign is basically Jupiter. Feminine sign is Cancer, so feminine and feminine mix. Masculine and masculine mix, but feminine and masculine may be some arguments and kind of conflict. So you may feel the need to basically be stuck in the nest, but try to be open and shit. Because being that you're be open, you're gonna be open to new experiences and new fortune and shit that can basically boost your shit up. If you got a moon in Cancer, you're gonna be receiving this energy. Leo, you're gonna be basically reacting, responding to self-expression. Have an open heart. Be open. Be creative and shit. Try to find confidence in other people, places, things. Watch out for egotistic natures and shit. Feel me? Or else you may not find good fortune and shit. People may look at you like, okay, you just basically too selfish, and you fixated, so you stubborn in your own way. And if you got a moon in Leo, you're gonna be receiving this energy from people. Virgo, being helpful and honest and having order and detail is basically gonna attract you good fortune and helping others. Try to fix your ego and find your own purpose and shit. Feel me? It's one thing to basically be out there and open to basically helping others and shit. Make sure you help yourself, or make sure yourself is good before you help others. Find balance and shit. And of course, that brings us to Libra. Libra, you're gonna be basically trying to find balance and be open-minded and fair-minded with your partners or your relationship. Try not to be a dogmat. Try not to be walked on and shit. And balance with beliefs and hard work, and try not to give too much envy and shit or jealousy, and try not to give too much into role models. Use your own role model. Believe in yourself, then everything gonna open up for you. Moon and Libra, you're gonna be receiving this energy. Scorpio, you're gonna take power and control through good fortune and projects, occult studies, taboos and shit. Try not to be too black. You may be labeled as a black sheep, but basically be open and shit, because you can basically open many opportunities and many ways to basically utilize the energy to basically get you from point A to point B to point C a whole lot faster. If you got a moon in Scorpio, you're gonna be receiving this kind of energy right back. Sagittarius, you're gonna feel the need to basically practice what you preach. For me, it's one thing to basically be open to many philosophical point of views, but if you ain't practicing what you're preaching, if you ain't bringing that shit down to existence, the things ain't gonna basically play out. Try to be open-minded and fair-minded. Try not to get into too many debates during this time, because this can basically play out to, especially as far as people that don't believe in your shit. Moon and Sagittarius, you're gonna be receiving this. Capricorn, basically long-term practicality, grounding, and responsibilities is key. You may feel the need to basically not take responsibilities, but basically be very practical, take care of your responsibilities and find rest, basically have stability, because you know Jupiter is conjunct in motherfucking Capricorn during the sign, so basically you're gonna get the process going and rolling. Saturn, Moon and Capricorn, you're gonna be receiving this energy. Aquarius, progress and inventions and balance, and basically be very consistent, because if you ain't consistent with other people, places, things, you ain't fair-minded, you ain't open, you're going to attract good fortune. So be very humanitarian, be good in your groups, and share the ball. And everybody got to work together. Teamwork with the January Pisces. Charity, loving, universal vision, faith, and basically belief. Believe in yourself. Basically, everything will flow. And follow your dreams, and everything will basically flow. Moon and Pisces, you're going to be receiving this.